operations research. In this session, we will discuss about the assumptions in linear programming models in operation research. Linear programming (LP) models in operations research are built on several key assumptions to simplify the representation of real-world problems and make them tractable for mathematical optimization. Here are the main assumptions. The first one is proportionality, that is linearity. Assumption: the objective function and all constraints are linear. This means that the change in the objective function or constraint values is directly proportional to the change in the decision variable. Implication: if doubling the input of a resource results in exactly double the output, this relationship is considered linear. So this is the first assumption that we make while we solve the linear programming problem, that everything is linear. Additivity assumption: the total effect of multiple decision variables on the objective function and constraints is the sum of their individual effects. Implication: each term in the objective function and constraints is a linear combination of decision variables without interaction terms, no product of variables. So what we have is everything as a sum of the variables and there is no product of the two variables. Divisibility assumption: decision variables can take any fractional value within the feasible region. Implication: this allows for continuous variables, meaning that resources can be divided infinitely, which may not always be practical in real-world scenarios. For example, you can have the value of a decision variable x1 as 4.5 and x2 as 6.2. So these are continuous variables wherein if you add them, it could have some kind of an implication like the summation is equal to a particular number. But in real life, it is not possible to maybe have these values as such. But when we are solving, this is what we assume. Certainty assumption: all coefficients in the objective function and constraints are known with certainty and remain constant. Implication: there is no consideration for variability or uncertainty in parameters such as cost, resources or demand. So whatever values are fixed for the cost or the resource or demand, it is all going to remain constant and they are not going to change. There is no uncertainty that we are going to entertain in the linear programming problem. Non-negativity assumption: decision variables cannot take negative values, they must be 0 or positive. I have already stressed on this that the decision variables that you assume, say it is x1, x2, x3, depending on the number of decision variables you have, they all are going to be greater than equal to 0. They will not be negative. That is, they cannot be less than 0. Implication: this reflects the reality that negative amounts of resources or activities typically do not make sense in most practical applications. So we can understand that any resource that we have, it cannot be negative. It can be 0. For example, the raw material in the inventory is 0. But we cannot say that it is negative, which is not possible. So when we solve these kind of linear programming problems, we need to assume that the decision variable is either 0 or greater than 0, but not negative. Finite choices assumption: there are a finite number of activities or choices available. Implication: the solution space is limited to a defined, although potentially large number of variables and constraints. So when you have a feasible region, we will discuss in the further lectures, you will have infinite number of boundary points, but we choose a few boundary points at which we calculate the value of z maximum or z minimum. Z is the objective function, and accordingly we come to a conclusion of what is the maximum or the minimum value possible. But there are infinite number of choices possible. Single objective assumption: the problem has a single objective function to be optimized, either maximized or minimized. So what we'll have is either solve for maximization of Z or minimization of Z. When I say maximization of Z, what we are trying to do is maximize the profit of the organization. And when we say minimize Z, what we are trying to do is minimize the losses incurred by the organization. Implication: LP typically does not handle multi-objectives directly, However, it can be adapted to multi-objective optimization with techniques like goal programming. So when you solve problems of goal programming, you can have multiple objectives, but linear programming models do not take into picture multiple objectives. It will have only one objective to fulfill. Independence assumption: the effect of one decision variable on the objective function and constraints is independent of other decision variables. Implication: there are no synergies or dependencies between decision variables. This means that you will not have one variable dependent on the other. Say x1, x2, x3 are the three variables that we have. X1 will not be dependent on x2 and x3, and vice versa. So accordingly, you can calculate all three of them individually and check their effect on the objective function. Feasibility assumption: there exists at least one set of decision variables that satisfies all constraints. Implication: the feasible region is not empty, ensuring that the optimization problem has potential solutions. So we will know here that there is at least one set of decision variables that will satisfy all the constraints that we have, and this means that the feasible region is not empty and there will be a potential solution for all the problems that is given to us. Examples and limitations: those assumptions help in simplifying the modeling process, making the problem mathematically solvable using LP techniques. However, they can also be limiting. Real-world problems may involve nonlinear relationships, discrete decision, uncertainty, multiple objectives, or interdependencies among variables. In such cases, more complex models like nonlinear programming (NLP), integer programming (IP), stochastic programming, or multi-objective optimization may be required. Understanding these assumptions is crucial for both building effective linear programming models and recognizing their limitations when applied to real-world problems. The limitation of LP is mentioned here, that all the problems may not have these kind of assumptions. There will be real world problems which will be nonlinear in nature. They may have discrete decisions. They can have uncertainty involved, or there can be multiple objectives, or there can be interdependencies between the variables. So in that case, using linear programming models will not work. In that situation, we need to go for other type of programming models in operations research. So this is one big disadvantage of LP, that these kind of assumptions are made, hence you cannot use LP in all the real world problems. So with this I end the session. I hope you have understood the assumptions which are made in linear programming models in OR. If you have any doubt, please write to me in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell icon for latest video updates. See you in the next session. Thank you.